What's up, YouTube? Capital G here, D&Do commentary. Got Mighty 1322 versus Blue Nightmare 1457. So, you see that Mighty went second, activated reasoning, and he's already got 3 Infernoids. He called level 4. He's got 2 Void Seers. That's really good because can't get torrential now pretty much, and you can trigger multiple blue Seers or a Void Seers in a turn. Oh my goodness, I lost count actually how many Infernoids this dude has hit. There's another reasoning. Good gravy. Oh lord, and he got an over to the sacrifice. So that definitely went really well for Blue Nightmare. Especially now he has to Mighty actually has to think about what his plays here. Alright, so Blue Nightmare preemptively flips over skill drain. Oh, and to start Blue Nightmare's play, he went he searched out disc, and then he went normal, equipped, set. So he has disc in his hand. We see a Mystical Space Typhoon used, and he chains another skill drain. It's costing him a lot of light points. Now wait a minute, I just thought about something. I don't know how many Infernoids he has in his graveyard, but he could just make Draco Sack and pop the skill drain using Draco Sack as a cost if he doesn't have Snatch Skill. Looks like he's gonna Monster Gate. I don't know if it gets much better than this, honestly. Cause keep in mind he has not technically used the he hasn't used the Blaster's effect yet either. The Blaster was just summoned by reasoning. So yeah, if he really wants to get effects off, what he could just do is, well, I don't know if he can make Draco Sack now because he has Raiden on board and that's level 4. But what he could have done is before using the he could have just made Draco Sack if he runs it, and he could have just popped this using the Draco Sack. Like I think he hit a Tundel. If not, I mean, he's got 3 cards in his hand. I think one of them might be on Tundel. He could have basically went on Tundel and then popped the skill drain, and from there, all you really need to do is just get rid of sacrifice and you win. Because you should be able to put out the maximum. I mean, you should be able to put out 5,200. Not to mention, he kind of probably wants to play Scout again. So he's banishing 2. I don't know what for. Alright, so he's gonna go Stydamus. Okay, so he goes Stydamus. I guess he's gonna summon Blaster now. This guy is 2,700, so okay, looks like he's going to go for rank 7. And he is gonna go for the Draco Sack play. Actually, you know what? I'm dumb. Depending on what he has, fuck the skill drain. Just pop the monster and win. Alright, so he pops the skill drain. I just thought about that. Wait a minute. Yeah. Couldn't he have just... No, he can't summon 2 Infernoids. Oh, okay. He wants to use the Raiden. So he mills 2 more with Raiden. But what I was thinking is, if he has like a level 4 or something in his hand, he could have just... he could have just popped the carrier with Draco Sack and then just won. He must not have any level 4s in his hand. Or maybe he does. Oh, wow. And he had the perfect counter. Now he's able to get rid of everything on his field. He's able to kill him with, or he's able to pop Scouts. I think we're going to see Scrap Dragon maybe. Yeah, there's Scrap Dragon. He's going to pop Carrier using Scrap Dragon in itself, which keep in mind that that Scrap Dragon counts as Blaster food. So now all he needs to do is summon 2 Infernoids and he wins. He could just summon like Antel and Big Chicken and he would win. So basically, I guess he just needs 5 Infernoids. Okay, there's Untundel. Okay, double on Tundel. That works too. So that's 5,600 damage on board. And Blue Nightmare scoops it up. That was impressive. And what I liked about it is how there were so many, it seemed like there were so many ways for him to get to that game, you know, to get to gaming him. Like, even if he didn't do the plays that I said, it just seemed like he had tons and tons of ways of getting there. If he would have made Castel, he could have still just summoned, wait, I think he had 5,200. He could have spun, nah, why give him a turn, right? I'm thinking if he would have went Castel and just spun the back row, or if he would have just spun the monster, he could have summoned Big Chicken, but then that wouldn't have been game. That would have only been 5,000. So I guess his play was like the most optimal. So he's letting Mighty go first, and he activates Reasoning, wanting to get his deck rolling. He calls 4. I wonder if he plays Card Trooper. We didn't see that. Oh, Lord. He loses all of his reasonings. Nothing but spells. Oh, jeez. Might be Scoop Phase. That couldn't have went. Oh, and he had Card Trooper in his hand. That's awful. That was terrible. Oh, man. He's just milled. He's milled 10 cards and only hit 1 Speller Trap? I mean, 1 Infernoid? How does that happen? Alright, so he hits Blaster. Not the greatest hit there either. I think Mighty's gonna burn himself out of cards. Especially with Cleese having like 7. Okay, so he goes on Tundel, set 1, pass. Yeah, man, you get hit with Regeki here and gonna have a rough time. I think the reasoning just went horribly wrong for him, considering he had the Card Trooper in his hand. That was no good. I was wondering, I was like, well, we haven't seen Lumina yet, so I wonder if he runs 3s. You have to run some 3s, otherwise your opponent they're not kept honest. I mean, you got the 1 Blaster and whatnot. So Blue Nightmare plays Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, a card that is super slow, by the way. I'm not a fan of that card. Like, between 3, I'd rather play Duality. I see no reason to play Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. Like, I know that it gets you your scout guaranteed, but I'm sorry, it can get MST'd, and it's just So Blaster goes back to the hand. And here's the thing, pretty much everything that he should mill now should either be Void Seers or like Infernoids. And you see he hits 3 Infernoids, and that's because he's pretty much milled all his Speller Traps at this point. Now, I wouldn't be shocked to see him, no, okay. I thought maybe he was going to, I thought maybe he might use Blaster's effect, but I don't know if he has a fire in hand. So you see him test the waters with, an attack from Card Trooper, knowing that if he skill drains him, he could still get over the monster. Plus, he draw a card, so, I think attacking with Card Trooper first was probably the best plan. Mighty sets another card. I just have to assume that those are either Void Seers or MST type cards. I don't know about blind MSTing, man. Everything in that deck is going to be chainable. He activates Void Seer. This now means that Antundo is unaffected by everything. So even if he pendulums back the carrier, he can't target it with carrier's effect. And then he sees the MST, so that really sucks. Is he going to attack the Card Trooper and give him a card? I guess he is. The damage is mainly irrelevant. I wouldn't be crazy about giving my opponent a card, but I think I would have to, because you don't want your opponent like milling 3 more cards and then you still have to kill the Card Trooper regardless, because at that point he's not going to tribute it for anything. Alright, so he's going to banish 2, is it? Oh boy, Stydamus was probably the worst. Okay, so he goes for Bottomless. Oh no, why didn't you chain? Oh wait, it has to be a monster, right? It has to be a monster in your opponent's graveyard. Target one. Yep, he has no monsters. It's Cleese, so you're really not going to be able to use that effect much. Unless they play Maxi or something. So he hits Snatch Skill. One of the sackiest cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! The only way that could have been worse for Blue Nightmare is if it would have been equipped with Sacrifice, because then you wouldn't even be able to top deck, like, get over it. But at least you can top deck like a monster and crash, but if you had Sacrifice on it, that'd just be fucking horrible. Alright, so he takes a ton of damage. And I think Stealth is 8, right? Yeah, okay. No, you can't exceed, because that's a 4, and that's an 8. Yeah, it's not level 8, bro. It's just level 4. That's what I was thinking. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, it's a good thing that I thought that I was launching. I was thinking for a second that Antundale was Stydamus, and Stydamus is he's what's it called? He is 7 and he's 8. So yeah, you can't like see. If only he was level 8. Oh my goodness, that would be too broken. If you normal summon him and he instantly became level 8, that would just be silly. He has to be tribute summoned to become level 8. So Blue Nightmare gets, I mean, he just got wrecked. I mean, let's not sugarcoat it. I have not seen Cleese get wrecked that hard by Infernoids in quite a while. And I like watching Infernoids duel. Thank you guys for watching as always.